Hi guys, going to show you about the wiper motors, that they go on the Polos. What happens on the Polos is you've got to keep the leaves out. What happens is they disintegrate into like a mud and build up in there and fill right up. Causes all sorts of problems. In this particular car, we've got seized link. Very easy to check. Basically, sorry about that with the camera. Basically, links should move like that. This one won't move even if I stand on it. So the motor obviously is being replaced. The job's actually been half done, and all I wanted to show you guys is the steps to getting it out. So best thing is when the wipers are on, I'll grab a wiper. These arms are different, but if the car's fairly new, it hasn't been tampered with, it's good to just get a mark there where the blade was on the window. It helps. You can also note the position of the link on the splined end of the motor, but I'm not going to go through the whole thing, just the tricky bit. So basically you remove this cover off the motor, and there's a hose on it there. Sometimes there's a hose on the other side as well on the Audis, but anyway, cover the throttle body and then proceed to unclip this emission hose and loom forward and remove this felt, deadening. That comes off those clips, those four, and then open these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By then you would have pulled the arms off and slid this plastic off, lifted this off, remove this firewall panel off the car, pretty easy, and note that all these little clips just fall off as well. They hold the hoses in place, so just make sure you catch them. You'll then have access to the motor. You can see one of the 3 screws here, which is held on. This is from the old one. So you've got that sitting on there, and you loosen that off. Take obviously the 13 bolt off there, replace the motor, and what you do is I've actually done this without running the wipers because I just know what I'm doing, but there's 2 ways to do it. Follow your marks, but you'll always have to double check when it's in the stop position that the link just stops moving. So if I'd set this down here, basically the wiper will come on and the link will not turn these pivots at the correct time. You want them to move exactly. When the wiper comes to a stop, once you finally test it and the wiper comes to stop, always check that you're not getting this coming here or on the other side, but particularly here, when the car's at high speed, you'll find the wipers do move more, so allow for speed. And you can see the original sort of line there, but that would be the biggest thing. Most, cars we get in that have been tampered with always have the wipers coming off here at high speed, and that's basically it. So just about the removable panel, just one more note: the ECU clips off. This is the vehicle ECU here. Volkswagen love putting them near water, and they clip off. You just got to get in behind the firewall and release these clips. They're quite strong. and that's it. Volkswagen Polo seized wiper links, which blew the motor. You'd best be ordering both of them. Another note is these pivots do come off easily. Make sure that all the rubbers are in place before you secure these two. All that would have been locked down by then, but make sure that everything's in place. And this stuff is lithium grease, so I've given it a barrier. Once you get in there, if it's full of leaves, there's some big drains on the right and left of the vehicle that you must unblock. And that was a really big mess, like 40 minutes of just cleaning mud and leaves and all this decomposed stuff. So yeah, this would also be part of a routine service. If you see a build-up of leaves, you can lift the panel. If that's flooded with leaves, the way into the car behind the wiper motor is where the looms go in, and that's where the car would flood. So you'd have to do it anyway and prevent blowing your wipers.